Hello everyone, my name is Edoggz and welcome back to this review channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Predacon Scorpinok figure from Transformers Kingdom War for Cybertron trilogy line. I decided to pick this up at Forbidden Planet. They had about 4 on the shelf, so I decided, hey, why not? Instead of waiting until late August, maybe early September. Some websites say that it's October to get this, and that's all pre-orders, and I didn't want to wait until then. So let's get into the figure. So the box, as always, is nice. They have Scorpinok in his ult mode, which is a scorpion, crawling on the ground there. And on this side of the box, we have him shooting a Cyber Bee out of his claw. He is a deluxe class figure. On the back of the box, we have product placement, which is him in his robot mode. And his scorpion mode, we have the Cyber Bee. It takes 24 steps to transform it. We have this side of the box where we have this collage of characters surrounding the golden disc. Top of the box, looks like that. Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy. Back of the box. Bottom of the box. So here we are with the figure. My first impression of this figure is that it may be too short, or something about the claws might be out of scale or misproportioned throughout the figure. But there's something amiss there. I just can't quite place my finger on it. I think he's as tall as Black Arachnia, maybe a tad shorter than her. But that's my opinion. Share your opinion in the comments if you think. Inside the box, we have this sticker. I'm not going to peel it off. I'm just going to leave it like that. You may get Black Arachnia. You may get something else. It's totally random. So first thing we want to do is the overall look of the figure. Now this is what he looks like in the show. I have not seen Siege or any part of Siege, Kingdom, or whatever. I'm basing everything off of the original 90s Beast Wars show. So it's a very nice purple. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It's somewhere in the middle. We have gold down the middle of his forearm, surrounded by purple. We have this gray. We have the gold in his chest. The only thing I don't like is they wasn't able to put the Predacon symbol on his chest. They tried to put it on his right shoulder sleeve or something, but it just comes out as a red dot. Not exactly sure why they went that route. We have the purple on the boots, picked out with this gold with these spikes going across it. The feet have a little bit of black on the tips. The face is dead on from what I saw in the show. Trying to get a close-up. And you have the gold visor for his eyes. You have the gold mohawk, that's what I'm calling it, that breaks up the purple on his head. We have these pork chops on the side of his face, picked out in gold at the tip. We have this silver for the mouth with the purple goatee on the chin. So that's very nice. On the back, we have the red plastic for the legs and the stinger for the tail. Everything back here is hollow because of the transformation. Can't really escape it. So there you go. So first, let's do accessories. So we're going to go through accessories here real quick. Now, Scorpinok's function is Desert Attack Commander, and he is also he's also second in command to Megatron. So the first one is already in here. So the claws do open, and you can store these in there in both modes. And you get these little rockets that he always uses in the show. Nicely painted. They paint the same shade as the legs and tail. On the other side is, you know, you got your waffle. They could have made this a solid piece. I'm not sure. I'm just saying. But it's a very nice piece. You could put this in either claw, if you will. And if you have the effects part from Jetfire, you could also do something else with it. You can pop this in here, like so, and you can pop this in his claw. Gotta squeeze it a little bit, but it will fit. So you can have something like that, but you cannot do two of these. Let me show you. So this is the second one. You put that in there, but these rockets won't fit because they're too big. I mean, you could try to do it, but it's going to warp the plastic, so it's not going to do that. But you can go the next level and pop this in here. So like he already fired it, some kind of thing like that. You can have that kind of look, if you will. Let's put this back. Let's try the cyber drone, which is also what he comes with. Pull this out. Now, this is a multi-purpose weapon in the show. Let me see if I can get a close-up of it. Oh my God, that's too bright. There we go. Right, as you can see, it's a little bit of purple there. I'm trying to get the light to shine on it. A little bit purple on the wings. The eyes are painted red, and the rest of it is gray. Now, in the first episode of Beast Wars, Scorpinok shoots this out to do reconnaissance, get the lay of the land and all that kind of stuff. The episode that is a little better than this in the Beast Wars Transformers series is episode 10, called Guerrilla Warfare. In short, he programs one of these cyber bees as a virus mine, and he shoots Primal in the chest with it, and it's supposed to cause him to go weak or be a coward, if you will. And instead, it does the opposite. It turns him into a berserker. Now, let me just bring in Primal real quick. One thing they forgot, which is a missed opportunity, is put a tab on here. Put a tab here so that you can pop it onto this little circle. So it looks something like this. Now it does have legs and stuff like that, but you can use your imagination for the legs and stuff like that. You can have it like that and still get away with it. Unfortunately, they didn't do that, and this 3mm thing is not going to fit on there either. So it's a missed opportunity. It's one of the better episodes where this came into play. And when he got infected, Optimus Prime said, hey, they made me what I am today, so I figure it's time to say thank you. So he goes on to his little rampage, if you will, coin a phrase and a character at the same time. But this also plugs in there as well. So you have that plugged in there, like so. Now, if you're wondering if you can still do the same thing, yes, you can. I'm gonna use this side because it's a little better. So you take the lower end or the bottom piece, you pop that in. You take the Cyber Bee, you pop that in there as well. You kind of have him like about to launch out of his claw. You can do one more, but you have to squeeze. You got to squeeze him in there. Pop him. You could do that. Take the Cyber Bee, and you can pop him in there. It's a little bit more clutter, so you kind of have him like that. You kind of have it looking like that. I think the first one, the first option, would be a better, because you can see it better overall. So you take this off. You can put this missile in here. You can take this piece, you can pop this in here. Oops. Be careful of the claws. They do come off, but they just peg back in together. So it's no big deal. And they can stay in there in both modes. So we're gonna leave this guy back here just in case we're going to do a comparison. So articulation, you can go 360 degrees on the arm. You can go out on the shoulder. Because of the transformation, you can also get it at an angle, or you can go straight up. The elbow, slightly less than 90 degrees. It's fine. The claw rotates, but it stops at a point. So you want to be careful of that. So I won't say 160 on the claws themselves. They open, as I demonstrated. Legs come out to there. Knee comes down to there. Now, if you want to, you can use the hollow piece behind his leg, get it all the way back. So it looks like this, kind of down. Take this arm, bring it up. You can also bring the leg outwards if you need it. You can do that way. Bring that down. There is foot articulation. You can bring it in like this if you need to, or you can bring it out. And this is also due to transformation. It depends on which way you transform it. Other side, you can bring the leg back, but it's going to bring into the tail, and you're going to bring the leg back about there, or lower leg, I should say. But this piece flips all the way back, like so you can get that much. Now the other foot doesn't do that because this gray piece is going to stop the foot from going any further than that. Waist articulation, it is limited because it is locked into place because of the backpack and the tail. There's nothing that you can do about it. So you got to use the thighs to make them turn, and the head and stuff like that. 360 degrees on the head, if I did not mention. Now the legs for the Scorpion mode, they're on ball joints. We'll get to that in a second. The lower portion of the leg can move up and down like this. Upper part can move down like that, so you can have it like this if you need to, or if you want, you can have it overhanging his head like that. You can position the stinger like this, or you can bring it all the way back like that. It's your choice. So yeah, so let's bring in some comparisons before we do some transformations. We'll move this box. Right, so we're going to bring up the lighting just a tad. So what we have is we have Primal, of course, and then we have Waspin Air, which is a Chug Deluxe kind of deal. And last but not least, let me see if I can get it in here. We have the original Transmetal Primal, and this is what everybody seems to be doing. They're using this version as the next step up to this figure in their collection, so I'm gonna stick with that. And this is how the scale is going to look like. So you got a Chug, and then you have the original deluxes in this lineup. And he's like, again, I think he should be taller, at least a little bit taller. So here you go. For that, let's get these guys out of here. All right, so we're gonna go into transformation. It's pretty easy. Probably one of the easiest ones in the whole series, I think. So what you want to do is you want to take the arms. You want to focus on the arms. You want to bring them up like you're doing a 90-degree line like this, and you want to turn it outwards like that. Do the same thing like this, bring it outwards like that. Now they say to bring the head back, but I don't see why you need to do it. But they say bring the head back. But you need to get some space to get a nail in here to kind of free up the chest. So you need to get this chest out like that. Get the chest out like that. We'll come back to this later. You take the shoulders. You want to bring them up like that, but at the same time you want to bring this down like so. Same thing on the other side. You want to bring the shoulder up, or bring the elbows down like this. Take the head. You want to bring the head down, and that as far as it goes. It doesn't go in the chest. It kind of just rests there. And I'm going to get back on this in a second. Now you want to go and plug the waist. So you want to bring it outwards because it's pegged in. It's pegged into place. And you want to bring it down like that. Now you want to take the tail. Before you move the tail, you want to get these legs out of the way real quick. We'll come back to this in a moment. Take the tail. You want to bring this up because you need some clearance here. And how they want you to do it is you want to turn the lower portion of the hips. You want to turn it this way, where this hole is facing you. So it should be facing this way, like that. Now you take this piece right here. Actually, let's start on this leg right here. You turn the leg facing the tail. So you want to face it like that. You want to flip it. You want to flip the foot down like so. And this gray piece is going to go through this hole back here. So you want to do this, and as you're doing this, the hip is going to move like that. So this way you're able to get it in there. Now, another thing to note is there's these things. I'm not sure if it's going to come up. These two things on the side right here, and they have to slide through the thigh. So there's a groove here. So you got to put it through the groove, and you got to thread this through that little eye right there at the same time. It's saying and doing it, but it's got to thread through. It has to go through it. So yeah, like just like that. It has to go thread through it. And you should have pegged these in because it's going to lock the tail together. This piece is going to lock together if you do it correctly. And you take the tip of the foot, push it forward, and that's going to push the tail forward. So you got the top part done. And that is way too bright. Okay. Now the other foot, you want to turn this way. No, sorry, you want to turn this way. Right? The boot has to face the face, and you want to bring it down like that. Bring it up, and you want to bring it down on the knee, and you want to press inward. While you're here, you take this foot, bring it all the way down like that. It doesn't peg in or anything like that. It doesn't do anything. It just kind of rests there. Now, what's cool about this is the teeth for the scorpion is on the back. I mean, the lower teeth is on the back of his head, which is the cool part. Let's get these legs out of the way. You want to just turn these around like so. We'll fix these later. So they're facing down like this. You go right here, bring this up. Now you're going to need something to get in here to grab this piece out of here. All right, hold on. Let me get a sword. All right. Bring this up like that, and then you bring this all the way down. Bring down like that. Now, what this leg does, it acts like a stand. You know, it keeps it balanced. So when you put it down like this, you can actually move. You can actually still move these down. Matter of fact, you can move these down so they're touching the surface. Do the same thing on the other side. You can move this down just a little bit. And if you got it balanced, you can press all of these legs down. Kind of manage them any way you want. And you have your Scorpion mode. Let me just fix that up real quick. Right. So you have your Scorpion mode right there. So there you have it. Scorpion mode. It's neat. You know, it's a neat figure. So there it is from the side. There it is from the front. We'll get a close-up of that in a second. There it is from the other side. And there it is from the back. So the leg covered that hole right there. Now I'll give you a close-up of the face. Got the two eyes. We got the teeth, the mandibles, if you will. There, right there. And that's what it looks like underneath. Gray on the top. Got the purple in the front. Yeah, it's neat. It's a neat figure. Now, you can use the legs any way you want. They're fully posable. You can do whatever you want. You still have full motion of the elbows and arms. So if you wanted to shoot one of these things out, you could still do that, if you will. Now, to give you a comparison, I only had a few things I could try to compare it with. It's difficult with insects. All right, so what I have is black arachnium. Much smaller than him, but in her defense, I've seen bigger black widow spiders, if you will. If you move this over here quick, let's bring in Double Dealer in his bird mode, or you get a kind of comparison to that. So if we bring these two back to back, that's what you get. And then you bring this down here. Let's move that away. Here it is from the front. And here it is from the side. Back part, and we're going to go back to the first part. And this side, just to give you a scale. Stick these out of here. So yeah, it's a neat figure. I mean, it's better. It's better than the original in a lot of ways. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, some people hate this figure, but it's a neat thing. So yeah, so this is Scorpinok in his Scorpion mode. Like Cheetor said in the episode of Guerrilla Warfare, at the end, he says, "Let's fade, heroes." So I'm going to see you, ladies and gents, in the next video. I do have I got about maybe 3 more things coming. Just be a little bit patient. And then after that, we're going to dive into a new series coming to the channel. So I hope you enjoy that. So if you have any comments or questions, put them in the comment section. If you like the video, give it a like. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.